Hi everyone, it's Mike here in Essex. It's been a while, yeah, it's probably about a couple of years now since I did a video showing you my hydroponic strawberries. Last year we did do it, but it was a bit of a disaster actually. We built another set of pipes, which you can see here. I mean, originally these were the original pipes, the 40 positions running into the one tank. And what I decided to do was basically double up, to use the same tank, and I added four more pipes with two sets of 10 pots and two sets of 5 at the top, because I thought I was going to experiment with different plants. So I thought I would do just 5 at the top, just to give the roots some space. I mean, I was going to experiment with a couple of types of melon and maybe other plants as well. But what happened was we had some building work done at home, and in the process of doing that, the builders managed to break my filter, which I was using to filter water into the butt, which is what we use for all of the hydroponics. And you know, me being a little bit, or thinking I was being clever and perhaps thinking that it wasn't that important, I tried to use unfiltered water, so basically tap water, with the nutrients that had been using before. So that caused some problems, and then the other thing that I tried to do was, instead of using the regular sort of 15mm pipe for the plumbing, I thought I would go with just like regular sort of drain pipe type pipe. So it's PVC pipe, but a much larger diameter. So that was for the transfer between the top and bottom pipe. But if I show you, I've got another camera here running, hopefully. At the other end, where it runs into the tank, I use much larger diameter piping, but I don't know, you can't quite see it, but there what's the remnants of the kind of flexible pipe that you would use in the back of a washing machine or dishwasher. But the problem with that pipe is it was very slightly transparent. So what was happening was that light was getting into the pipe. So where it's flexible, you've got the sort of the ridges inside. You've got the combination of a little bit of sunlight getting in there, plus unfiltered water, and that allowed algae to grow in that part of the pipe, which I suspect after a while it spread. So I had a whole system with, you know, 2 sets of main pipe, 1 tank, and a little bit of algae being spread all over the place. And basically that year's crop was an absolute disaster, and I got root rot all over the place. So basically, with me trying to be clever, caused all these problems. So that's what happened last year. And of course, you know, there was nothing to video, because, you know, by the time I'd sort of realised what had happened, it was, I mean, you know, I did try to kind of salvage the situation by ditching all of the new plants that were on this side, forgetting that side altogether, and I got a whole crop of strawberry plants for this side. But I'd lost 2 or 3 months of the season, and by the time you're in that part of the season, when it comes to buying fresh bare root strawberries, there isn't a lot of choice. I mean, really, I managed to get that there was one type of strawberry that from one of the suppliers that I use, and it was the only thing that I could get. I forget the name of the variety, but it really didn't do very well. And by then I was still using unfiltered water anyway. So so that, I mean, they produced strawberries, but really not a lot. So so yeah, I had to just kind of like write off that year altogether. So this time around, I bought a new filter. So that's up and running. All the pipes have been cleaned and sterilised with hydrogen peroxide, and you know, I've had, you know, that sort of solution running through the whole system. So all the pipes are clean, ready to go. And what I've done for the outlet where there was a problem before with the algae, I've got. Let me come over here. I've got this set up where instead of using that that washing machine dishwasher type outlet, I'm using a standard gland. And basically what I had there that was cemented in, I had to cut off. So basically, if I, so this will, so this new setup with the gland will cement onto what's left of the old pipe, and I've got large diameter flexible pipe there, so that will go into the tank. And what I've also done is, where I've got inspection ports, I've made up these covers, so any positions that don't have pots in, like there and here, they'll be covered up. So, you know, that's something that I'm really wary of. So hopefully, once the plants arrive and I get them in the system and have them how I used to have them before, with the filtered water, all the positions occupied, so so no light can get in there, and the inspection ports covered properly, so no light can get in there either. Yeah, so with all of that in place, hopefully this season should be a lot better than last season. Oh, and the other thing that I got, I don't know if you can see, I've got a much bigger cooler. So, because I've always had 2 coolers running, so the Haley, I had a small Haley and another cooler, I can't remember the name of it, but it wasn't very good. It was a cheap Chinese knockoff. So I've got the small Haley, but now I've got a big Haley. So, because my thinking is, now that I've got 2 sets of pipes, because the pipe does act like a heat exchanger, so as the coolant is running through, it does pick up a little bit of heat, mainly through the ambient air temperature. So just in case, you know, we get some hot days, I'm going to have 2 coolers running, but one of them is a really big one, so it should handle any high temperatures. So that's it. Yeah, that's the update for the moment, telling you about last year's disaster and what I'm doing to put that right, and hopefully this year will be much better. So later on in the video, hopefully there'll be progress with the new plants. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.